freaks since my daughter became a teen. My sister has told me that I need to start monitoring her social media and her interactions on the email. I understand why totally, but I haven't been comfortable because I've never really seen any reason to. She's a straight A student. Her teachers rave about her, and there's no boyfriends or anything like that. She's just really got a tight friend circle. She's a great kid who only has me because her mom passed away 3 years ago. I told my sister the password information for the Watchdog program we have, and so she could go look at it, just so I didn't really betray the trust that I've built with my daughter. That's awesome.
It is really cool that you
just want to say that out loud.
Yeah,
That's
like
awesome right there. She found my daughter's wart. Her and her friends curse like sailors. F this, F that. This girl thinks she's the S, and so on. Can't believe the person did whatever. F her. These are quotes, I guess, that he saw in there, or she saw in there. It's shocking because they're such good kids. I've never heard her use any blue language like this. It says, I didn't like it, but if it's her communicating with friends, is it big enough deal to lose her trust? I got the chance to get this right, and I don't want to mess it up because this is my baby girl, and I'm all she's got.
I would absolutely not bring this up. I remember my DMX days.
Wait. What is that? What does that mean?
I mean, do you not remember being a teenager, just being around your friends and just feeling free and loosey-goosey? And
so you was running around cussing in Jacksonville?
Of course I was. And not
I mean, I know you cuss a lot now. Like, people don't know off the mic. Like, you're very proper on air, but off the mic, you a sailor.
Right, exactly. And it's just, there's a time and a place for everything. And it's a good way for her to get out and figure out what she wants to use in the future around certain people. What do they call that? Code switching? You know?
I mean, and it's really not code switching. It's just like, if your parents are around, it's like if your priest is around.
Yeah.
You're like, yes, sir, Father, absolutely. Ain't nobody using absolutely in their car with their friends.
This could be,
it goes to for sure.
It could be a lesson, though. I wouldn't say that you read anything. I would, if you're watching something, you got to find an example like, oh, that she's cussing a lot or whatever. You can bring it up as, it's really nice when there's a woman, like a time and a place, cusses, but not necessarily every single word that comes out of their mouth. You can use it as an example, but I wouldn't say that you went in there and went snooping.
Or like pull up like a comedian or something and say, man, she is so funny, but man, why does she say these words so much?
Exactly.
That could be a lesson
Good
that
example,
way. Instead of like saying, hey, I know, now just
let her live.
Play.
She's a good kid.
Or are we overthinking it? Are you really mad if you overhear your kid out on the basketball or the playground or playing with their friends and somebody trip them and they say, hey,
how old
and hit a F-bomb out there? Like, I mean, if it's loud, though, that's embarrassing.
Right, so we're not going to do that.
So
but if it's a text exchange or they're just having a private conversation or something, I mean.
If they texting it, they saying.
I'm going to let them live. I'm going to let them live. That's just me.
Okay.
I don't need to pick on everything with my kid, but I do want to be a parent.
Do you care if you're a parent, you find out that your kid be dropping them F-bombs to each other, but they don't say it in front of you? Kim wrote, I was the captain of cussing ship. So I know my kids are pirates.
Right. Exactly.
As long as it stays amongst their peers, it's okay. I'm a mom of 5.
Yeah. Out of the 863, my son was recently caught saying the F-bomb at school, and I received a call. My dad felt like he should beat the crap out of him. I was like, bruh, if you only knew just how much I cursed in middle school. I was a sailor back then. It's no big deal to me.
Yeah. I mean, I got to tell you, with the music the way it is now, the unfiltered music, like we play the edits, but it's YouTube and everywhere else and streaming. You hear all the real parts.
Yes.
Yeah, your kids have heard it.
It's a lot.
That's a part of it. Let's see here. Kiki in Tampa is on the line. Hey, Kiki.
Hey, Orlando.
How you doing? You got 2 teenagers?
Yes, I have 2 teenage girls, and I literally just went through this because I went through their iPads, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, they cuss. And Orlando, they know how to cuss.
They good at it?
They good at it, so I couldn't even be mad because it wasn't like they was using it in the wrong context.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
terrible. That what now?
But
Did you say something, or were you mad about it?
Yes, they know I monitor their phones and their iPads. So I sat them down and I let them know, like, hey, you do this around other adults, you're bound to get in trouble because it's inappropriate. I don't mind because I feel like it's a form of expression. I've been a teenager before, so I allowed them. I just told them, don't curse at people. Like, you could be like, oh, S, but don't be like, oh, you're full of S.
Right. Yeah. That makes it.
So,
That gives it a different energy.
Yeah.
right, because I feel like Meredith said, we all been teenagers and we all been cussing like sailors. So I feel like I don't want to hold my kids up to a standard that I know I wasn't held up to, because when I wasn't around my parents, I was off the chain.
Yeah,
so.
you let it loose. You let it loose. I know. All right. All right, Mama. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
Goodbye, guys.
All right. Take care. Let's see here. Carol is on the phone. Carol is actually a teacher. How you doing this morning?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's Carl, man. It's Carl.
Carl. Oh,
Yes,
she put Carol. All right. All right. All right, Carl.
Yeah.
Hey, Carl. So listen now. Is this a big enough deal? Like, is it alarming if you got a good kid? They listed all of the good stuff, straight A's, teachers rave about her, blah, 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 blah. So in the inner circle of the friends, they F-bomb crazy.
Yeah, no, it's not really a big deal. I mean, of course it's according to your household and what you want for your child. But I'm just being honest. If you hear half of the things these kids say in school right now, you'd be like, how can my kid even live in that without saying, what they say? So, like, it's really not a big deal for real, for real. I got a 13-year-old and a 12-year-old. My 13-year-old about to be 14. Some of the stuff that I heard his teacher say that he says, it's like, I'm like, man, you don't get that from home.
Is he saying it to the teacher?
No. He just be saying stuff to his friends.
To his friends. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was one time he slipped up and said something to the teacher, and I had to check him.
Yeah, and that's where you got to step in, because now you stepping out of line. You got to know. You got to always recognize authority.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So,
Definitely.
tell me this, because you're a teacher. I want to know if the kids that are talking that bad language, are their grades good or bad? I just want, I'm just, and it has no correlation, but in my head, I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just be honest. It's all over. You have
Really?
the good kids, the kids that have straight A's that talk like that. You have the kids that's just in C average that talk like that, and you got the knuckleheads.
Yeah, them cusses, them knuckleheads, they know they cusses. All right, all right. I wanted to pick your brain on that, but I do appreciate it, Carl. Thank you, man. Damn, you know what? It's not a big deal. I wouldn't blow up the spot because they have, but I would do like you said and kind of drop a little gem like, hey, man, that girl is really awesome, but she has a lot of language like that.
Right.
It's just not. Don't say it's not ladylike, because that's like really toxic. That's old school. Like that's like almost the equivalent of boys will be boys.
Right. Okay.
Like, you don't be like, it's not ladylike. Don't do that to her, but just be like, man, she has such a great presentation. I bet you her cursing throws people off.
Yeah, sometimes.
Because people aren't comfortable with it. So I bet you, even though she's a good comic.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's a lot for some people.
I can see
and kind
that.
of leave it at that. Then that plants a seed. Then
Sure.
she's like, all right, maybe I don't need to be out at the public screaming, where my bitch?
Uh-huh.
Like, maybe I don't need to do that.
Yeah, out of the 813, as an elementary school teacher, these kids are cussing by the 4th grade. Unfortunately, it's just a thing now, and most kids are doing it even when you think that they're not.
4th grade?
That's early.
Where mama? Juice box.
Thank you for watching this video. For all things wild, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel.